How do you organize your bug out bags? Well, you put everything you need in them, you make sure it's quickly accessible, and you make sure that in a crisis you can reach it in a matter of seconds. So I am very fortunate where I've got my home, but I also have bug out locations. Every single place I have multiple bug out bags. I'm a gear junkie. It always gives me an excuse to buy more knives, buy more survival food, buy more water filters, etc. So at home, we have an inside in our basement, we have a nice little storage area, and they're all lined up pretty much like this. And most of them are ones I've assembled. I do have some here at this new location, which people have given me to check out, people have given me to test, and most of them are honestly not that good. However, they have a few pieces of gear, and I just can't bring myself, or gear that's good, I can't bring myself to throw it away. But I do recommend putting together your own bug out bag. And most of these have the exact same, well, not the exact same thing, but you know, they've got some kind of food storage, they got some kind of knife, they got some kind of fire starter, some kind of water supply. And so here are some of mine just lined up in a row. These are again at an alternate location. I will throw one of these open, and this is like Christmas. Let's see what I've thrown in this one, just some of the items so you can see. Ponchos. Ponchos is important. I've been in situations where, without going into too much detail, you have nothing, no tent, no sleeping bag, no poncho, it rains. In a crisis situation, you want to make life as less miserable as possible because you're already in a crisis. So have some ponchos. And this particular one, excuse me, has lots of ponchos. This has some Chloroflock. This is a water purification. This is a last ditch water purification. So you're pouring this in, you're waiting 30 minutes, and then you're drinking the water. I like a regular water filter, you know, where I can suck through and drink immediately and not have to waste 30 minutes. This is when you're out of luck and everything else is either gone or failed. This is the Survival Blaze fire rope. So this can start a fire, you know, wind and hurricane, storm, blah, blah, you know what I'm saying. Fire rope, make life easier starting a fire, so have some of that. If you want to buy this, I think it's survival, as it goes away from survivalblaze.com if you want to get the fire rope. I have a cheap tube tent, nothing fancy, but again, gives you some sort of shelter, which is always a bonus in a crisis. Of course, I have, this is a filter for my filters that I have, one of my water filters. I have the Versa knife, because of course, you gotta have a lot of knives. I think it's versiknife.com. Yeah, closer. Yeah, I think it's versiknife.com. I have several emergency thermal blankets in here. A lot of big lighters, going back to make life easier. So yes, have dryer lint. Yes, have fire rope. Yes, have some flint and steel. Have some Swedish fire still. But still, always have ways that you can go to first, kind of thing. I have some athletic tape. Lots of athletic tape in this one, actually, because if you sprain an ankle, if you need to tape something up, of course, you can use tape for shelters, for many other options than simply medical uses. I have, let me fold that up. I have a good old spork, a fancier version of the spork. And this is just because I got survival food in here buried at the bottom, and I want to be able to eat it. I want to make life easy. And of course, you can eat with your hands, but why not have a spork? They're inexpensive, they're easy. I have a knife sharpener in here to keep my knives sharp. I have, let me see what I haven't talked about here, because I've already mentioned some of this stuff. I did mention Swedish Fire Still, except this isn't Swedish Fire Still, this is another brand, doesn't matter. But basically helps start a fire, and I can't remember what it says, like 3,000 degree sparks, whatever it is, it starts a fire. I've got, this one's a unique one, several gloves. So a lot of my bug out bags, like in my car and the one in my house, are coarse stuff where I'm not having 10 pairs of gloves, but clearly I bought this once or somebody gave me something and I shoved it in a bug out bag, which does happen, but I still got useful items in here. And then, yeah, food at the bottom, multi-tool flashlight. Here's my multi-tool, because you need a good multi-tool. Let's see. I'll put this back later, yeah. Let's see what's in bag number 2. We'll just go through these first 3 bags. That'll be easy. All right, this one has a much fancier poncho. So this is a thicker poncho, nicer. Of course, for shelter, have ponchos. That should be a theme here. I'm not gonna take it out because I will probably never ever get it back inside this bag. I'm gonna put it in that side so I remember what thing it goes through. I have a flashlight, not a fancy flashlight. I have more high quality flashlights at the bottom here. I have gun cleaning patches. I think somebody gave me these. So a lot of people send me gear to review and awesome stuff, and I don't throw it away. I throw in bug out bags. So this is some gun cleaning patches. This is a compass, more gun cleaning patches, which definitely means people sent me a lot of gun cleaning patches to review. I have our Survival Blaze fire rope. I have another flashlight, kind of a 10-in-1 type of flashlight in there. Let's see. I think this may just be an empty box. I don't even know if there's anything in here. And it's not heavy or anything. It is just an empty box, waterproof box that I can throw stuff in. if I need to. This I do like. One of these saws, these folding saws. This is a good one that you can actually get work done if you had to build a shelter. So I am a fan of a folding saw. Let's see what else is in here. This is just a tube to store some stuff. I have a collapsible rubber cup in this one, and more collapsible rubber cups. I've got so much little stuff buried here at the bottom. I know you're never gonna guess what this is. This was something that I created out of plexiglass. It's a self-defense tool, and it looks like a spy. Maybe, I don't know if you can see it because it's clear, the spy head, but if you strike somebody with this, it will rip them right open. So it's basically a hidden self-defense tool in plain sight type of thing, called the micro spy. I have one of these little stove things where I can throw on my fire tablets and cook and get some fire if I needed to boil some water or cook something. You can see it's not been used because it still has the plastic on it. And you got a fixed blade knife here. I got multiple fixed blade knives here because you always got to have multiple knives inside your gear. I have a headlamp in here, and I'm trying to see because a lot of this stuff is redundant that I've talked about. And of course, I have my tactical pen because I love tactical pens. You should have tactical pens. I got one clipped in my pants pocket now, so I always have multiple tactical pens. That's enough of that one. Third bag, third and final bag. And remember, this is not my primary residence. So my primary residence stuff is more dialed in and not as random. This is a lot of gear that's still not bad to have, but I didn't want to toss. Of course, pull it out, not rip it. There we go. I'm a big fan of the kukri. I'm a big fan of large blades. Get a lot of work done for survival, but also self-defense. So have some type of large blade. And what else is in here? There is a mess kit. Cook my food, have some pans, have some pots in there, making life easier. This tube tent, nothing fancy. I have one of these foldable backpacks. So this is a foldable backpack. If for some reason you needed to divvy up gear, give somebody who couldn't carry a lot. These things don't take up much space, as you can see, and they are dirt cheap. I have my surf filter here. So water filter, which hopefully I'm not gonna have to use, but this, several hundred gallons of clean water for me and my family. Very good filter to use. Tourniquets. Tourniquets are important. This is the type that allows you to put it on one-handed if nobody else is around. So I've got that in there. And of course, for my shooting range, I always have a tourniquet in my shooting range kit. I have a fire blaze rope, which has been used in there. I've got a Bic lighter in there. I have several books of matches, as you can see. See what else we can dig around in here and find. I've got, of course, some survival food buried at the bottom of all my stuff there. I have the very popular and high-end knock knife, awesome knife that I had created for me. Virtually indestructible knife, carbon fiber handles, AEBL steel, I want to say. So anyway, a very high-end fixed blade knife. I do have some cheaper fixed blade knives, but this is the high-end one that I know won't let me down. Let's see what else is in this bag of goodies. I want to say that in here is some medical. Yep, some bandages, chest seal, emergency blanket, just a few small things there. Flashlight. This is a turn crank flashlight, so I don't need batteries, so I can turn it and turn it and turn it. Get that bad boy to go on. Bic lighters to have more ways to start a fire. These are some of the fire cubes, and I've got more in there. That way, if I need to start a fire, makes it very, very easy. Trying to see what's not redundant in here. More survival food, but I already talked about survival food. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So remember, these are 3 random bug out bags, but organized so I can get them at one of my bug out locations. Pick and choose what you like, what you saw in here. You can say, hey, I didn't know I should have that, or hey, I hate that, or whatever, but definitely have a bug out location. Very accessible at home, and also at bug out locations if you have them.